With Stories, The Path of Destinies. Now, I honestly have no clue what this game's about. I've had it on the system for a long time. I even have it on Steam and I never played it. So I really have no fucking clue what this is about. Oh god damn it, wait, there's my freaking thing. Alright, hang on, sorry, there's a bit of an issue with YouTube right now. I'm trying to fix it. Alright, well. Hang on, let me just make sure. So for some reason, YouTube doesn't want me to look at my own video. Alright, well, anyways, let's get this started. I don't know what this is about, so we're gonna really just see what happens. There we go. Okay, so, I know I haven't been uploading on YouTube.
Once upon a time, the infamous rover Reynardo plundered the floating isles. Then his mother called him to her deathbed. "Swear to me that you won't die on the gallows," she rasped. Reluctantly, he swore. And he whiled away his days at home with music, cards, and wine. But the Emperor had changed. He'd been good once, a shy, almost humble toad. He'd built universities. Then people started whispering about mass graves in the woods, midnight rituals, victims screaming. The Imperial Ravens would round up entire villages, and no one ever returned. The Ravens had come to Ubar scouting for ancient books said to be of great power. But the librarians had hidden the books, so they'd burnt the librarians. The citizens, outraged, had driven them off. The Ravens had come back with dropships. The kid had fled with one of those books. He was brave and dumb and wanted to join the rebellion. And Reynardo had promised his mother he'd protect him.
That was a weird turn for stories. Anyways, what I was trying to say was, I know I haven't been posting on YouTube in a little bit. I've actually been posting some multiplayer games on Twitch, and that's kind of the plan. I'm going to do my multiplayer games on Twitch, and single-player games on...
The kid was looking down, watching his city burn. "Sorry, kid," Reynardo told the kid. "Look, if we give them the book, they'll leave you alone." "My mother died for this book!" "I promised her I'd protect you." "Oh, damn it." The kid had run off. With the book, of course. So Reynardo had to run after him.
Oh, so it's kind of, Bastion-y. This reminds me of Bastion. Just instead of a floating island bullshit, it's a top-down thing with a fox and a rabbit character.
The two Ravens were staring at the kid like he was their dinner, which probably was what was in their tiny brains. "Hey," Reynardo said. They cocked their heads at him. "Pick on someone as ugly as you." Wait, that didn't come out right. "For the Emperor!" The Ravens cawed and rushed at him.
Normally I don't like games like this, but I'll give it a shot.
A dropship flew overhead. He hoped they hadn't noticed him. The kid.
Hold to grab, I'll aim.
Oh, right. The Gate of Heroes. Someone's idea of a joke. making the Skyship docks a gated community. You needed a hero's sword to open it. And the kid was on the other side of the gate. Who let you through? Promise me you'll take the book to the rebels, or I'm gonna steal your ship. I'm not taking that damn book anywhere, and neither are you. Try and stop me, laughed the kid. I bet you don't even have a hero sword. And with that, the kid hopped away. Had to hand it to the kid. He was an idiot, but he had guts. Where was Reynardo going to get a hero sword? I could forge a hero sword here, but I'm going to need ore. I hope nobody minds if I use this stuff.
I was hoping it was like Bastion where you could actually just break boxes.
A hero sword. QED.
So, Final Fantasy sword? You know, Cloud Strife's fucking
got
sword?
for settling down and finding people to care about. The kid's mum had been a swell cook, and she'd laughed at Reynardo's jokes, even when he didn't know he'd made one. And then the ravens had come to burn her. And she'd made him promise to protect the kid. But she never told him where the book was. Just the kid.
I mean, the story sounds kind of interesting.
He came up to a ledge. It was too far to jump. There'd been a bridge here before, hadn't there? And there was Peter, giggling at him. How'd you get across? He asked the kid. Where'd you find a hook? I hopped, said the kid. Wise-ass kid. Hey, look out behind you! Cute, said Reynardo. Ah, ravens. It was time to talk some sense into the kid. Just hook his way across the ledge and chase the kid down. Thing was, he hadn't used his hook since he'd retired. Damn it. Maybe if he meditated at that altar there, he'd remember his old skills.
Save point. Oh, no. Was this upgrade slots and shit?
It was starting to come back to him. Something you never completely forgot, like how to freeze time when attacking. The more he fought, the more he'd probably remember. And there was the Farfarer. She was the fastest ship he'd ever known. She could do the Kessler run in 12 furlongs. Oh, so the salesman had told him. And something told him the kid was about to walk into an ambush. Stop! He shouted. I'm not giving you the book! Shouted the kid, and took off. No! Peter! The kid ran for it.
Oh,
and a
crap.
doglet nailed him with its eyeball.
Oh, fuck. Hey, dude, awesome. That's alright, I know you usually go on and off, it's fine.
Unburned. Next to it were the buckles from the kid's shoes, and a kid-sized pile of ashes. Damn it. Why hadn't he lied and told the kid he'd take the book to the rebels? The kid would be alive now. Really pissed off and betrayed, but alive. Oh, damn it. Reynardo picked up the book. He couldn't let the Empire have it now. He was going to have to get it out of there. He'd be a wanted man. Probably have to join the rebellion just to have a place to dock. Well, he'd hated home life anyway.
I mean, that's too not chalant, but like
deal
quiet.
Book anyway. Maybe he should open it and find out. All that had been years ago. How many? war was a blur, and now 3 Raven scout ships were chasing him. "Where are you running, rebel?" cawed the Raven captain over the loud hailer. Renato could see them cranking up their catapults. "Just going out for milk?" Renato yelled back. "Where can you run?" laughed the Raven horribly. Far behind him, another city was burning. The dark cloud above its island was thousands of Imperial ships. The fleet was doing a thorough job. "Take us to the rebel base! I will spare your life!" it cawed. The entire jury-rigged rebel fleet was only a few islands to the east. Beyond that were only the pillars of heaven, a sea of endless blood-colored tornadoes.
What the hell?
The rebellion was out of time, unless Renato could bring a game-changer. Maybe he could. Renato had found out where he could find the pieces of the Sky Ripper, the legendary weapon that had exiled the lost gods. Surely a legendary weapon could win the final battle. On the other hand, his old friend Lapino had sent Renato a desperate message saying he had a brilliant scheme to save the rebellion. If Renato could only rescue him. Renato dived the Farfarer towards the abyss. As he felt the heat of the jet stream, the Raven ships peeled off, not stable enough to follow him down there. Now it was time to choose. Lapino or the Sky Ripper?
Well, I mean, I would pick a friend. You know, I mean, yeah, I get it that that thing could help him, but I mean, god damn it. Yeah, and what I was trying to say too was, the kid's death, it was just so subtle. Like, it wasn't like, oh fuck. Like, it wasn't sad. It was just, oh well, I fucked up. Going for the kid, for Lapino.
Lapino. Apparently, the Mad Rabbit had sold a Pegasus that he did not exactly own. Lapino always wiggled out of trouble, given time. But he was out of time. The Ravens had figured out that Lapino was a rebel spy. If the fleet reached him first, they'd string him up for that. Never mind the winged horse.
I don't know, this game's got kind of an interesting concept.
Lapino had apparently managed to confuse the judge by arguing that he hadn't actually stolen the winged horse. He'd only sold it. But wait, where was the prison? The village was empty. Had everybody fled the Ravens? If I craft a sword now, it's going to be really short.
What does it mean if he crafts a current level looks badass? I don't have the ore for that. Gems? What's this do? Gems socketing. Oh, okay, so when okay, I got you. I like the music though.
Imagine if you built a house of one of these things. Oh, that would be amazing. It would be like having a boat.
I thought I was controlling it for a second.
People were frightened these days. Just 2 weeks past, Renato had sneaked through an empty town and listened to the Ravens caw about the Emperor's new taste in ritual sacrifice.
Oh, goody. The guy's a fucking
Renato's
psychopath.
blood was up. He just needed to smash something.
I don't know, I think the narrator from Bastion would have been... the narrator from Bastion was really good. Okay, what can we do? What is this, dash? I would if I had skill. That's a hero sword. What is this? More, Ravens!
Ravens were landing everywhere. The advance guard.
Show
He'd
me
better
your
get
moves.
moving. If they got to Lapino first, they'd eat him for breakfast. Or a snack. Ravens weren't picky. If they got hungry, they sometimes forgot to interrogate their prisoners. Even
Damn.
top spies like Lapino. Where had the mad rabbit got to?
I thought foxes ate rabbits, or chased rabbits. Didn't they? Yes, thank you for telling me Dead by Daylight was installed. Thank you. That was very riveting. Or am I a fox? I believe I'm a fox. Fire essence.
Renato felt like he was ready to learn new things. And good. It was starting to come back to him. Something you never completely forgot. Like how to freeze time when attacking.
That's
The
a
more he
repeat.
fought, the more he'd probably remember.
Damn it. Get fucked up here. Fuck all these. No, wait. Do I have like an inventory? Something like that? Anything? Nope. Okay. Well. Great.
Renato felt a chill run down his back. Or possibly a flea.
Definitely a flea. I don't have fucking skill points, damn it. Alright, can we go this way? Yes, we could. Okay. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I don't know about becoming a god, but you'd think that all the shit that he did learn, you know, you sit down under a tree for like, what, maybe a half hour at the tops, and just think about everything that you fucking learned, and you probably remember how to do it all.
Come on, the lead Raven.
I believe that because I did that, I could get more skills. There we go. What is this? Perfect strike. Attack immediately when the previous attack hits in the land. Okay, fine, whatever. Oh, there you are, old rabbit. Right?
Dirty and bloody, Renato finally reached Lapino. The rabbit was practicing his shuffle. Renato recognized the cards. It was Lapino's favorite deck. Oh, I thought you were in danger. I am. The Ravens are coming. Oh, the prison thing. Right, yeah, we see this guard owed me 53 ducats, so we made a deal. They're very reasonable people, actually, for weasels. Now, I got a brilliant plan to kidnap Zenobia. We
Isn't that
capture
racist?
Zenobia, we find out what she knows. And that's the whole war right there. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Capture the Emperor's greatest general, who also happened to be a deadly sorcerer and, oh, his only daughter. That would be worth it. On the other hand, he could still get to the core of the Sky Ripper, even if he couldn't get the whole thing. It must have great power. Zenobia wasn't just the Emperor's daughter, of course. She'd been Renado's best friend in Sword Fu school. And you're still mad for her, the rabbit reminded him. They'd been close. She'd told him things no one else knew. But she'd never told him who she really was.
She knows all the Emperor's plans, chuckled the Master Spy.
She won't give them up easily.
She'll tell the interrogators, all right,
said Lapino. Taking her would change the game, all right.
So we're gonna go steal the Emperor's daughter, who is also his highest ranking general? That sounds like a bad idea.
The city was already under Zenobia's control. I had to admire her efficiency. Renato shivered at the thought of Zenobia at the mercy of the interrogators. Could he really turn her over to them? But this was war. It wasn't meant to be pretty.
War never changes.
Ooh, sparkly, thought Renato.
Alright, you don't have to narrate literally everything. I mean, ooh, sparkly. I don't care if he thinks if it's sparkly. Jesus Christ, man, come on. Did you like run out of dialogue and you're like, fuck it, let me see if I can add this? Developers would mod, like, Jesus Christ. So, I take it that they fought here. Jesus.
Hero wall. Sword. Ice wall. Ice cube.
Ice cube. What is he? Oh, fuck.
Say goodnight, Gracie, said Renato, wondering who Gracie was.
Okay, where the fuck did he get the... Like, good night, Gracie. Okay, where does it say anything about Gracie? Am I going nuts here? Did I just, like, have a stroke? Where... Gracie. More fighting, right? Who the fuck are you?
So, what's this plan of yours?
Use me as bait, said Lapino. And he outlined a slightly complicated plan that involved geese, a net, setting the Farfarer a little bit on fire, Lapino dressing as an old blind toad, and Renato hiding inside a monstrous watermelon.
What the fuck crack are you on?
What could possibly go wrong? Thought Renato.
What? I'm curious.
Oh, this is gonna be fun, said Lapino, as he ran to go set up his marvelous plan.
What fucking crack were you smoking when you came up with that plan? Oh, you gotta be kidding. Do I have one more fucking... Give me one more ore. Oh, thank God. One more ore. Thank you.
Wonder what I could make with all these sword crafting materials, thought Renato.
Okay, hold L2 to activate magic sword. The sword consumes energy. Switch between swords. Okay. Nothing at the altar, right? Yep, nothing yet. Okay.
Don't we just agree to disagree? Said Renato. No?
I feel like this is Star Wars. The way the fighting is. And the fact that I have a fucking green glowing fucking sword.
Renato felt dubious about the whole plan. With every step, he was waiting for it all to go horribly wrong. But against all odds, Peppino's idiotic plan worked. Zenobia's ravens ran off after the geese, the net dropped, and Renato jumped out of the watermelon and put his sword to Zenobia's throat. "Renato," she said, "are those new scars? They look good on you.
Oh, come
You
on,
never
get a girl
returned
into
my
this, too.
velvet jacket. It was my favorite. You look stupid in velvet. Ah, what does an imperial princess know about style? Oh, get a room, you two," said Latino. But the fleet was coming on fast, so they put Zenobia on the Farfarer and took her east over the Nexus. She'd vanished from Swordfu School, from his life, without even saying goodbye, without ever telling him she was the Emperor's adopted daughter. Ah, Lapina was right, Renato thought reluctantly. She knows things. She recognized his look. "You're taking me to the interrogators, aren't you?" she said, wide-eyed. And then she jumped, with horror. Renato saw Zenobia plummeting. Then he saw the Nexus below them. Cats always land on their feet. "Ah, she'll head for the Imperial outpost," yelled Lapino. "You have to catch her."
All that just happened so goddamn fast.
Cats can run faster, but foxes can run longer. If he ran, he could head her off before she reached her minions at the outpost. Well, he did love a good chase.
No, good for him. God, this story is getting kind of weirder and weirder. Like, her name's Zenobia. I thought that was like a city.
Who needed bridges anyway?
I don't even know if I'm going the right way. I don't even know if there is a right way. Of course. What is that now? Avoid the Warlock's fire spell. It will damage everyone. Bitch, get over there. Where did that just take me?
He was closing on her. He could smell her fear. He tried not to think about the interrogators at the secret base. What did they do to her? Maybe it didn't have to end that way. Maybe he could talk to her. But, after all, there were worse things the Imperials had done to friends of his.
What's next? The sword is in it. What the fuck? I didn't know I had different swords. The Winterthorn. Wait, do I have gems? Nope.
Renato had been the terror of the sandcastles when he was 2.
What the fuck did he just say? Why are ravens always depicted as bad things? Because I remember fucking, whatchamacallit, the ravens were bad. The zombie game. Zombie U, whatever the fuck their game is.
Renato reached the outpost. The Imperials there were no match for him. Soon after, Zenobia limped up the path. When she realized he was already in front of her, she didn't even try to run. Oh, you left without saying goodbye. Again, he said, please. I'm enjoying this a little too much. She said, shaken. Oh, spare us the chit-chat, would you? Said Lapino as he shackled her hands so she couldn't throw spells. She knows all his plans. All the way back to the Farfarer, Lapino nagged Renato about how the interrogators would pry all the intel out of Zenobia. How that would turn the tides in the imminent battle. All they had to do was take her to the rebels' secret base. Renato didn't like to think about what the interrogators would do to her. Couldn't he just talk to her? As they pulled away from the Nexus, Renato could see the fear in Zenobia's eyes. I can't take her to those creatures at the base, he whispered to Lapino. Ah, you've gone soft. Soft in the head. We captured her for what she knows. I'll take her to the mountains. Tell all the horrible things the Emperor's done. Yeah, believe me. She'll turn. And he turned the wheel.
Probably
the
a bad
hell you
choice.
will, shouted Lapino, and he grabbed the wheel back from him. The two of them wrestled for control of the ship. It shot off like a mad sparrow. Suddenly, Renato was falling.
That fucking escalated very quickly. God damn it.
When he came to, Zenobia was standing over him. Why didn't you take me to the base to be interrogated? She demanded. Do you know what's left of people they interrogate? This is some trick, isn't it? To make me fall for you again. Well, I won't. Oh, go on then. Scurry back to your ravens. I can't stop you. But strangely, she didn't. As Renato set off to find the Farfarer, she followed him, keeping just out of sight of the ravens.
Did she? Really? Because she's still there.
I need more materials, thought Renato.
I don't care what he thinks about this kind of shit. We don't have anything, so fuck it. This will probably be the last level I do. I took a guess with that, and it worked.
Hoped his hook didn't break. Renato felt ready to take on new powers.
Oh, no, I can go to the fucking thing. Okay, that's what that is. I thought that was an arrow, like, telling me where to go. You're all my bitches.
What did you do if one of these platforms stalled?
Oh, don't even think of stupid shit like that. Probably use that hook. What are you saying what to exactly? Ah, fuck, I died. Were you asking about the platform thing? Fucking hell, man. They don't even let you move. Where's my energy go? Fucking assholes. God damn it.
As Renato stopped to sniff the wind, Zenobia came up, still mad.
Did you really think you'd just talk me into betraying my father?
Oh yeah, sure, that was exactly my plan.
Then why aren't you even talking to me?
Because I've never talked you into anything in my life.
They're gonna court-martial you for letting me go.
He caught a whiff of the Farfarer. Wet rope, tar, and a cask of Scobel ale he'd spilt last year. It was that way.
Well, I'm glad he figured out fucking that he could smell ale from a year ago. Shit. Oh, come on, really? Actually, ale sounds really good right now.
Renato's paws were getting numb.
It does.
Calaveras
It does look like a coin.
really didn't want company, did he?
Who the hell's Calaveras now? Where are these? Where is he pulling these fucking names from?
Renato wondered if he should have taken Zenobia to the rebel base for real. Maybe she wasn't playing him after all. After the bleak talk about the Emperor's dark secrets, he was regretting his suspicions. Sure enough, the Farfarer had crashed in some rocks. There was no sign of Lupino. Zenobia caught up.
All that kid stuff in Swordfu School. Look, look, that's the past. We're adults now. We have duties to other people. We have destinies. What are you talking about?
Depending on the ale.
You are the most arrogant, slow-witted, light-fingered,
hang on, I'll tell you after this.
mercenary, immoral, reckless.
Run away with me, said Renato, and he realized he meant it.
What? Just like that?
She demanded. I will, if you will. So she kissed him. And it was the best kiss he'd ever had.
Oh,
They
damn, he's
held
popping a
hands
boner.
as they boarded the Farfarer. Renato felt light-hearted, like the winds that were playing the rigging like a balalaika. But Lupino, I need to get back to Lupino, he said, suddenly realizing he could have been captured. A prisoner. He's not. How'd you know? He saw something in her eyes he didn't understand. He fell, didn't he? Into the abyss. She looked away. Wouldn't answer. But then a bolt smashed through the Farfarer's keel. The broken ship plummeted out of the clouds.
What the hell? Why does the ship keep falling? Depending on the ale is made out of honey, where beer is made out of
Renato
yeast.
picked himself off the deck. They were alive.
And hops.
We have to get to my private ship, she said. Do you trust me?
I guess I must, he said.
You go on ahead. clear the path, she said. I can't kill my own soldiers.
He wanted to say that he didn't trust her, that he had no idea what he was getting into. But he had no choice, did he? He was following his heart. That's what it means to be a hero. You had to follow your heart.
Yeah, ale is pretty good. I've had, where I'm at, they have like the Ren Fest, where it's like the Renaissance Festival, and they had this Dragon Mead ale. Well, I think it's Dragon Mead, but they have ales there that are pretty good. And yeah, ales are more sweeter than beer, which I'm not a big beer fan. You can actually make your own ale. There's a process to it. You can look it up online. It's actually really easy. Pretty much it's just honey and water, and there's like only like one other thing you have to add to it to help make it ferment, to make it alcoholic. But after that, yeah, you can basically just let it sit on it. Basically, the big difference between beer and ale is actually because of the fact that beer doesn't have to stay fermented long, like 2 weeks to like a couple months, where ale and mead has to stay fermented for a longer period of times. But that's enough beer. That's enough alcoholic knowledge from me. I'll do this one level and then I'll be calling it quits. Be like an hour and 10 minutes or so. No, about an hour. Because I started a little bit later than what I wanted. Wrong sword. Okay. Can't go through there. Yeah, I actually was looking into making my own stuff. I made my own wine, which was actually really good. Defensive reflexes. Slows down time after a successful counter until the next action.
He'd missed his old skills.
Oh, and I got combat too. Was it aggressive?
It was our
okay.
reunion.
Yeah, I was actually gonna make my own alcoholic drinks. You can. It's actually easy. It's just it's really a matter of time. Oh, that I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I try to be like creative with life, so like I try to make my own shit. You know, like.
Where did that go to?
I could do that with the ale. The problem is, though, the mushroom only took like 3 days to make. The mushroom vodka only took like 3 days to make. Because really, I was So let me pause and explain this. The mushroom vodka was I didn't like actually make the vodka. What I did was I decanted or bled mushrooms for the vodka. That's how I did that. Now, ale I would have to like make from scratch. I could do it. Problem is, if I started now, you wouldn't be able to see me doing the whole ale thing until like like 9 months from now. That's how long it actually takes for like ale to be really good.
He was practically sure he'd find something useful in one of these things.
Yeah, I did. I found health, asshole. If I did do an ale drink thing, it would be like something weird, like I don't know, probably like World of Warcraft or something. Yeah, it's because of the fact of how the honey is. It takes a long time for the fermentation process. Oh.
What were these poles exactly? Parking meters from the time of the lost gods?
And yes, ale can be very expensive depending on how much of it you can get. Oh no, I was saying if I were to sit there and do a drinking thing like what I did with the mushroom vodka, because I did the mushroom vodka.
What would happen if he jumped? Would he be rescued by an emergency platform?
What the fuck is this guy thinking? Like with the mushroom vodka, I did that because of Metro. Because in Metro they drink mushroom vodka. So I would need to like, damn it, I would need to come up with something like why would I be drinking ale? So I could do it just because, but I like the idea of drinking it because of a video game type thing. So for me, it would have to be like a World of Warcraft thing or something, or like Lord of the Rings, you know, where ale would be more common. Damn it!
He'll always have Paris, he thought. And then he died.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Skyrim. Yeah, I could do that. I could. Oh, VR Skyrim with fucking. That will have to wait regardless. Oh, damn it. Because in order for me to do something like that, I would have to. I mean, not the. I could do Skyrim. I could record the Skyrim, but in order for me to record, like me drinking and shit while I'm doing it,
he thought.
I would need to get an Elgato and all that, because the PlayStation camera doesn't work with the VR as far as recording, because of the fact that you need the PlayStation camera for the fucking VR part. Damn it! Leave me the fuck alone, damn it! God, Jesus Christ! Yeah, no, there was like a weird neck-breaking. I don't know what that was, but oh, you motherfuckers! That just sounded like fucking somebody gutted me. I'm not gonna die from the last goddamn two after I just went through the barrage of fucking shit right there. God damn, that took fucking forever. Oh! Ah!
They paused to catch their breath. It was strange to be so close to her. What are you thinking? He asked. I'm trying very hard not to think. Me too, he said. Up ahead, he could see the thin silver of Zenobia's personal ship. It looked fast. They would leave all this behind.
Oh wait, am I like actually at the end of the game? Is that how this works? Each story is different because of the different paths you take? need health.
Yeah.
Okay, and the ships that are coming by, I need to fucking grab them. Okay.
Renato was dead tired. Then he was just dead.
Well, that was fucking anticlimactic. He was dead tired. And he was just dead. I mean, there's health. There's nothing.
Imagine getting a horse up in one of these things. He will be cursing a blue streak.
God damn it, they're getting harder and harder.
Renato had learned so much. It was time to turn it into something he could use.
Ow. I didn't realize we had to do that. I just got past it, dude. That part was just a bitch for some reason. And I can already tell there's gonna be a fight here. Or not. Okay, that's a first. I thought for sure there was gonna be a fight. So we're going right to a personal ship. No, this is gonna be first. What the fuck is that now? Shield guards will block your attack. Grab it. Okay. Well, shit! It was like 1 against 6. That was just me against 2, and that fucking whooped my ass. They're getting harder. I'm not ready for this. Yeah, there we go, I did it. Damn it! Yeah, he did. He just fucking bitch slapped me with whatever the fuck he had, and that was it. I just collapsed. Oh. Oh, god damn it. Ow. Ouch. Yeah, that was nice that they sent me another fucking guy to throw at him. God, and I only start at half health. Wait, what the fuck is... the closest thing to parry attacks that they have is I have to like time, I have to time pressing the square button at the right time when they're about to attack, and then it parries them, I think.
As they reached her ship, Renato suddenly felt a sharp pain in his stomach. He was surprised to see a crossbow bolt sticking out of it. "I was going to lead the Empire to a secret base," said Lapino.
Oh, you fucking
But
traitor.
no, you had to screw up my plan because you still got a thing for her. Renato stared at Zenobia. The kiss, was it real? She said, with a look of indescribable sorrow. She gestured and said an arcane word, and Lapino went flying into the abyss, screaming, "I'm telling your father!" Then she knelt down to cradle his head, and her paws felt very soft and warm. Okay, that was weird. He could have sworn he just died. Instead, he was on the Farfarer, sailing away from Ubar. And it was still burning. He'd fled burning Ubar years ago, hadn't he? And now he was back there. Had all those years fighting the Empire been nothing but a vision into the future? A useful vision if it was true. He'd learned something. Lapino was a traitor. Renato had suspected there was something wrong with the Mad Rabbit. But now he knew there was malice behind his goofiness.
Wait, a hero who always follows his heart. Wait, don't tell me that's the end. That was the end? That was the end? That was the end? That's kind of bullshit.
He'd made bad choices. But now, when the real battle came, he wouldn't make those choices. He wouldn't make the same mistake twice. The book's pages began to flip backwards, towards the beginning. And he realized that his adventure was just beginning.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
The clouds parted over the Isles of Boreas. It was time to choose. The rebellion was in trouble. Ravens were scouting for the secret rebel base. They needed a game changer. Pieces of the Sky Ripper had surfaced. Or so a scholar in the mountains had told him. Surely the weapon that banished the lost gods could defeat the Emperor. Also, a temple had risen out of empty desert. The Emperor had brought the Sky Ripper pieces up out of ancient burial by his obscene rituals. Could this be where the Iblis stone was hidden? Someone better get it before he does, thought Renato. And also, his old friend Lapino needed rescuing. Of course, Renato had a pretty strong suspicion that Lapino had betrayed the rebellion. But could Renato really leave an old friend to the Ravens?
Okay, so literally what my choices are is... Alright, I get it. So I know what that is, obviously. That's why it says... Yeah, that's what that is. So... Alright. But... I'm not gonna continue anymore. I did one storyline. Maybe I will continue it tomorrow, like you know, as a thing, just to see what the end story is. I mean, this is a pretty old game, but I never played it, so this is all new to me. And it's weird because I actually have a fucking hard copy of this game for the computer because it was with a, what the fuck was it? Game something? Hang on, it was a. Hang on, I'm actually looking at it. Hang on, give me 1 second. Come on, what are you? It was a Game Trust Collection. So it's weird because it's actually a hard copy for Steam. But anyways, yeah, I'm going to end it right there. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed Stories. What is it? Stories, The Path of Destinies. I actually enjoyed it. It's an interesting story. It's an interesting game. Just, I would play it through all day, but there's no way I'm doing that. Sorry. But thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed. This is Troublesome Johnny, signing off.